the same place that we actually launched Krytac, or announced the Krytac brand 3 years ago in 2014. So it's kind of a special place for us here. Before we start talking about the future in 2017, we're actually going to take a little trip down memory lane and cover where we've been since we were last here in 2014. For those of you that were with us, this will be kind of a rehashing, but a lot of us haven't been there since then, and so we're going to go over that a little bit. In 2014, you guys may have remembered that there was a huge exodus from Airsoft to Kriss USA, and a lot of people speculated as to what we were doing at that time. And really, the strategy for Krytac was really simple. We knew the market demand for a premium performance gun. We knew that a lot of players were taking their AEGs and upgrading them with things like MOSFETs, neodymium magnet motors, etc. And so the idea was to just build it right from the factory that way. And so we did. So we were able to put that dream AEG together with the Trident, and it eventually became the Mark I when we came up with the other guns. Several changes were made between the first launch in 2014 to the actual release of the guns in September. We added the little things that a lot of the airsoft techs really enjoy, such as the coated gearbox, the little wire key for the motor wires. So those are the little details that really set Krytac apart. But even though that we came out with the Trident and it made a huge splash, obviously it was very well received, we still felt that there was room for improvement. So cue the Mark II and the Alpha series. So we already had the best gearbox on the market, and now with the built style receiver, the CMC trigger, and all that stuff, now we have the best looking gun as well. Now, at this time, we also addressed the entry level and some of the international markets with the Alpha Series AEG. It was like a little bit lower price point, and it only shot one joule, which made it perfect for regions such as Japan, where they have a very strict FPS limit. Now, Krytac made a huge splash from the international scene. As you can see, we have a lot of international media here to kind of showcase that. It's been very sought after by airsofters all over the world, and that's why we've aligned ourselves with some of the best distribution partners across the globe. You know, we have Krytac represented in North and South America, in Europe, and in Asia. And that is why we will be bringing up as our first special guest speaker from Lilacs, we have Masaki Yoshida. And he's going to cover the Krytac story for us.
Hi, I'm Masaki Yoshida from Lilacs. Some people may know us by Prometheus or 9-Ball. We have lots of sub-brand. And 2 years ago, this SHOT Show, we were just walking down the street, walking down the aisle, and some of our mutual friends introduced Alan from Kriss USA. And we just saw the display of a brand new Trident, and we're so impressed. And they actually originally approached us to provide the parts, especially barrels. That took quite a while to produce, but our request originally was that, okay, well, we can do it, but we need the test bed, so we need the sample. And they sent us a couple guns, and we, open up, started shooting them, and we're quite impressed, and got us thinking, can we distribute these? Because we have no, well, what we saw is quality gun from a real firearm manufacturer, and which is a great advantage in the Japanese market because we cannot own the real firearms. So Japanese fans are, idolizing the real firearms manufacturer. So it's no-brainer that if we can start distribute them, Japanese people will go nuts, which actually turned out to be, is really happening. And we kind of, well, we knew that would happen, but we're just not gonna sit around and say, hey, how many you want? Say, oh, this is new stuff, how many of what do you want? We want to take a full advantage of this premium name of Kriss USA. So what we did is to create a couple few sales this item, this we produce, these are actually floor sticker. You just peel it off and put it on the store floor. Then you can immediately tell this is where the Krytac guns are. And people can really identify, oh, that's different. We also have a siliconing facility within our office. So we try to have way too much fun customizing the Krytac gun, which actually sells fairly well, even though all the the cost of adding more feature on it. And it's kind of funny that you guys are pretty much, most of it are from like online media, but the printed magazines are still strong in the Japanese market. So we put a monthly advertisement every month in a Arms magazine, and also I buy monthly the Peace Combat magazine, still going really strong, and somehow the Japanese audience feel comfortable and feel relieved. Some printed advertisement on the magazine means, oh, that foreign manufacturers are serious about our market. So that's the kind of atmosphere we try to provide. And also, I kind of took the idea from, like, say, car enthusiasts in some other genre, that we tried to come up with the special event, the game for only Krytac owner. So that's kind of like, say if you're driving a specific fancy car, or the owner of the car have the gathering kind of meeting type of event. We try to create the same thing with the Krytac. Those are the things that we try and boost their sales, and so far been doing pretty good. So then I can convince my tech R&D people to, hey, we're selling enough quantity of the guns, let's go into the upgrade parts. And this is what we originally, Kriss USA people are asking us to do. So we have a Prometheus EG barrel for each and every Krytac gun so far. And many people are approaching us to show their frustration of get a hold of our product in your countries. And luckily, Kriss USA and Krytac happy to distribute within the North American region directly, so you can go through them to get these. And if you have any question about getting these or some other Lilacs product, please approach me after this presentation. I'll be happy to provide more information about it. This isn't the end. This is not the end. We have a couple other few ideas of how Lilacs, Krytac can do things together, but unfortunately, I won't be able to say it yet. We just had a little nice long conversation before this presentation about where we want to go from here together. So I hope I can present it pretty soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Misaki. You were so good you didn't use any of your slides. Knew it all at the top of his head. So, let's get to the products. And for that, we have our product manager, Alan Lau.
Again, thank you for coming. And I'm sure everybody's so excited about what we're going to talk about today. And I've been monitoring the Facebook, and everybody's asking what happened to the vector. So today we're going to talk about everything about the vector. I'm going to skip to the slide, okay? All right, product update. Now, this is the vector. This is going to be this is actually the one that's going to come out. So you notice there are a few subtle changes on it. You notice there's a new folding sight. There is also a new reinforced folding stock. Again, this is the other side of it, of the gun. Now let's talk about the external feature. It's a full-size 1:1 scale Vector Gen 2 receiver. It's got a new Gen 2 reinforced folding stock. This is a, you see this a lot more thicker. A new Defiance flip of iron sight, and ambidextrous fire selector and safety. Vector Gen 2 pivoting trigger, mil-spec Picatinny top and bottom rails. Also have a 120 round mid-cap magazines. Sorry. Now, what's unique about the internal is what they really want to know about is the internal of the gearbox is, of course, is unique, but it does accept standard version 2 components. That means that your cylinder, your piston head are all compatible. Even the gears are compatible. Now, the only thing that changes is the cylinder head. Now, that actually changes a little bit because a lot of people have outside they're using HPA system that do a drop-in. Now, with our design, the drop-in will not work. However, we're open to talk to these people who make the HPA system. We're open to talk to them. We'll work it out how to. We provide some drawings to them so they can make the HPA system compatible to the Vector AEG. Moving on, of course, the gun will have electronic trigger and fed system. It's got spring tension release that we've been talking about. It's finally coming on the Vector AEG, and also have the same rotary hop-up. It's got 6.05 millimeter diameter, 6.05 diameter inner barrel, 155 millimeter inner barrel. Just want to point out that 155 millimeter inner barrel is the same length as the PDW. That means that the Lilacs barrel is already ready for upgrade. It's got a 120 spring. Average FPS because of short inner barrel is about 350 FPS. It's got a true quick change, really a true quick change system. It's so quick that you pull 2 pins and you can remove the spring. Also, it's got a 30K short type high torque neodymium magnet motor. So that is the internal spec. So, launch date is the end of March, and MSRP is $449. Okay, so next product we're going to talk about, War Sport. Now, as you know that we released the LVOA for a year now. We are continuing to make another War Sport rifle, which is the GPR-C60. The spec on this gun is pretty much the same as the LVA, but it's got a more refined lightweight rail. And this is going to look like, and it's going to be available third quarter this year. Now the next thing, I'm sure some of you is going to be really happy. Alpha 47. This is going to be. We're going to have two. We're going to have two models. The Alpha 47 series have the CRV model and also the SPR model. It will be available in second quarter. The CRV have an 11-inch barrel with a 9-inch alpha rail. SPR have a 16-inch barrel with a 12-inch alpha rail. Of course, they're non-coated because of the Alpha series. Nautilus gearbox, 20K performance motor. The US spec will have a little bit slightly stronger M100 strength. The FPS is around 340 to 360, and of course, it will come with a high cap AK style magazine. Right. So the next thing is what I call the Poseidon project. Maybe some of you may have heard about that, but so exactly what Poseidon project is it is a series of premium upgrade parts that, not just parts, also accessory that goes on to enhance, upgrade your existing Trident and Alpha series. Exactly what we're talking about is something like this. Externally, we have CNC trigger, this aluminum CNC trigger, selector switch and bolt catch. Now these are drawings, and I actually have the real thing somewhere in here. I can show you later. We also have a aluminum receiver, brand new. These are 6061 aluminum T6 hardness. And we're not stopping there. There's going to be other stuff that I can't talk about yet. But eventually, there's also internal stuff that we're going to talk about. We're going to upgrade the gears. We're going to upgrade the the gearbox shell, to make the internal truly is a modder that wants to use this parts to upgrade their guns. Okay, so ultimately everybody who put everything together into something called a Poseidon DMR eventually will come up with a new complete gun just like that. So this is all the new products that will be coming within 2017. Okay, so next things, we have a new project. So with this, I'm going to bring Tim come up.
So, you guys came here for the Vector. We know it's coming out finally, March 31st, as you saw. 449 is going to be the release date. 449 is going to be the release MSRP. But now we're thinking on to the future, and we're having to think, what are we going to do to change the way that airsoft is played? We have to bring another thing on the market that's going to totally blow everything out of the market. And what we've done with this is we've partnered with Fostech, and we have some gentlemen here who are going to talk about their project or talk about their product with us. We have an agreement with Fostech to bring their Origin 12 shotgun to airsoft by 2018. This gun is going to change the way you play CQB. What we want to do with this thing is give you a true airsoft shotgun, true multi-shot with more than 3 BBs, more than just 3 BBs, I should say. And as you can see, this thing looks pretty gnarly. Now, we just signed the agreement, so this project is literally just getting on the ground, so you guys are here right at the front door with us as we move forward with this. I want to bring Judd Foster up here as our second guest speaker, and he will give us a rundown on the real firearm, and this is what is going to inspire the actual airsoft gun that you guys will see in a couple of years. So, sorry, 2 years, 2018. Ready to roll? Ladies and gents, Judd Foster.
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you to Kriss for allowing us to have the opportunity to come and be in front of you guys. To be a part of something like this it's truly exciting for Fostech, and you can't say thank you enough. So, the Origin I have in front of you, another request that they asked is that we bring one that you guys actually, after we get done with this, we can go out and test, so you guys get to live fire. So that you can thank him for that. So the only thing different about this weapon, we brought them suppressed, so that way when we're out here they don't make as much noise on us. So they do have a salvo can on it, which that's the only difference than the one you see pictured here. What makes this gun truly unique, in that way, not buzzing anybody, is the fact of the gas system. Okay, it's both shotguns, when you fire them, you pick up the gas way down the barrel with 4 little ports. Our shotgun, as soon as it leaves the chamber, 2 1/4-inch tubes, picks up all the gas, so it's very, very efficient. So even a short barrel model, you can shoot a lot of ammunition that you couldn't in most other models. If we work from the back of the gun forward, you have a folding rear stock, you have an ambidextrous safety, and the entire gun is built so you can run it from your fingertip, whether you are dropping the action, dropping your magazine, or pulling the trigger. So it's a true one-stop shop for your finger. You have a non-reciprocating for a charging handle, and then you have an infinite gas system. The magazines are a direct in, direct out. So literally all you do is pop it in, you're good to go. There's a 5, there's an 8, there's a 10, and there's a 20 or 30 round drum. The Origin is touted as the fastest shotgun on planet Earth. So, if you compare it to other shotguns out there, the AA-12 is a fully automatic weapon. It does about 350 rounds per minute. Per minute. This gun will, let's see what they do. They drop 30 rounds in 5.5 seconds, and that's as a semi-automatic gun, not a full auto. So that equates to about 650 rounds per minute, and that's not even being full auto. So that is the Origin 12. We'll be more than happy to answer any questions. We'll have some fun shooting it here in a minute. And again, we want to thank Kriss for the opportunity to be here. Thanks, Judd.
All right, ladies and gents, that is going to conclude our keynote for today. Judd is going to get set up on the range for us so that we can get shooting. We have a bar outside that we invite you to enjoy some alcohol with after you get on the range, of course. And And of course, we all are going to have the Vector prototype and the other products that we show here, except for the GPR. And we will be available to do interviews and additional media. Okay? Thank you.